Nestle girl, I'm in here, got my basic instinct jacket on, honey, because I'm getting ready to go down to the business meeting about this product line and stuff that I got going on, honey. But ordinarily, when I go down to the meeting, bitch, I put my red lipstick on and my freakum dress, honey. But after all these men pushing buttons and locking people down to the office and taking their cookie, I said, nah, honey. I gotta put on some kitty looking ass makeup. I don't want you to look at me like no grown woman. Hell, look at me like a little girl. Matter of fact, don't even look at me like a little girl, cause shit, they taking their cookie box too. Nessa girl, you didn't tell me nothing. Nothing about they had done got Russell Simmons black ass, sometime black ass caught up down to the rape scandal. No, God, honey, listen. I was sitting up here thinking to myself, okay, after they don't got Bill Cosby together, that this is a white man's problem, and the simple fact that we don't have that many black people in positions of power, down to the Hollywood, down to the fashion, that this was going to exempt us from a lot of this shit. But girl, they don't fuck around and got Russell Simmons. Quiet as it's kept, honey, real talk. The black side of me don't feel really no kind of way. They can have his ass if you let me tell it. It's my Puerto Rico and Indian side that made me got a little piece of compassion for this man. But girl, I'm shocked as hell. I just knew, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was over here like Ann Curry just having a good ass time roasting Matt Lauer ass and being like, ooh, white people, this y'all problem, and ooh, white people, it's still y'all problem, cause real black people don't do yoga no way, not the men's. Anyway, Russell Simmons, I'ma tell y'all something about it, and you know what I'm about to say, bitch. Them people said he did that down to that girl, and I believe every single word. Every word I believe. I'm going to tell y'all something. Somebody should have been did something about that nasty bitch. Way back in the mid-90s. The motherfucker was 47 in 92. Okay? And then it had them 17-year-old girl models and them 19-year-old girl models. And you know something? You want to know something? Every model of color that's been in the game since the 90s got a story about Russell Simmons messing with them down when they was little. Cynthia Bailey, Kimora Lee, the girl Katie that was on Real Housewives of Potomac. He known for that. He was messing with Naima from Top Model. I'ma tell you something. I don't give a good goddamn what nobody say. I think it is unnatural in most instances for there to be a 20-30 year age gap between a man and between anybody. It's just developmentally and fundamentally, I don't think nature designed for it to be that way. Bitch, you nasty. You nasty. Your old ass down there having sex with them girls that barely got a little piece of hair under their arm. You nasty, Russell Simmons, and I believe every single word. The only difference is, bitch, Russell Simmons about those sexually harassed, broke bitches that need the money. See, I'm going to tell you something. And I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but it's a special kind of bitch who can afford to come forward, okay? A special kind of bitch who can afford to come forward. A bitch that's scratching and surviving, a bitch that never should have made it. You know what I'm saying? That need their coin, and they ain't got no guarantee they gonna get no coin. They gonna keep their mouth closed, okay? And I think that's what's going on there. One thing about Russell, he dig down and fuck them white women, but he like them women's of color too. He like them exotic ones. And bitch, the exotic ones that's over here on a damn visa from Sudan and Senegalese and everywhere else, honey, they ain't trying to get deported. They just gonna take their little sexual harassment and whatever little piece of baby fat check they had got in the past, and they gonna go on and mind their business and get them a little piece of therapy and keep it going and yeah. But I believe it. But I'm gonna tell you something. After looking at all this rape stuff, you know, it made me lay down and think, okay, what is the root of all of this? You've got the money, you've got the clothes, you got all the material, you got the wife, the family, the houses. what is this rape stuff about? And I'm learning it's about power. It's about nothing but power. Wanting to be powerful in the world, powerful over somebody else. Sound like some real psychotic, low-key, the type of thinking that made slavery possible. That's a whole nother video. And it made me think, okay, black people, people of color, we might be exempt from all this rape stuff in the corporate America and down to the government and down to the Hollywood. However, where has black people's place been that has always replicated the power structure system of white America? And I'm going to tell you what it is. And some of y'all hoes ain't finna like me for it. It's that damn black church. In black America, ooh, bitch, I almost fell off this stool. The spirit had done shot up in my bones. Black America is going down in that black church. And I'm going to tell you something. Black people as a whole, we do a very good job of turning a blind eye or not wanting to know when we see symptoms and signs of something. Let me tell you something. First of all, it's already known and low-key commonly accepted that the pastor and the deacon is fucking everybody in the church. Now, black church people, don't get mad with me. Yes, it happens. How many of y'all, especially in the South, got stories about somebody that came up and confronted the pastor down to the parking lot, this, that, and the third? The pastors are already freely getting all that parishioner puss down to the church. You mean to tell me that they ain't in there coercing Miss Alberta when she be in there trying to count the coins? He ain't touching the shoulder, this, that, and the third. The only difference is with black people, we process and wear shame and guilt, I think, in a way that is far more detrimental to our health than other people and races who have stronger, better support systems and have access to more resources. We all know, if you grew up in the church or if you just went on holidays, that you don't shame your family in that church. You don't say nothing to go against that pastor in that church. And anything you say happen down to that church, ain't nobody gonna believe you because not my pastor. Not my pastor. Eddie Long went down to the New Birth and fucked every little boy in Atlanta. And every bitch in that church overlooked it. Not my pastor. Not my pastor. And found a damn reason to look over what them boys were saying. Straight up didn't believe them. Now that I think about it, shit, black people, we might have been the damn first ones to reveal the rape culture and shit that was going on, because it happened. And then I thought that Eddie Long shit was years ago. And for all y'all talking all this shit about they need to come out and why they not coming out, well, people have tried to come out in the past, and situations have proven that these people have been blackballed, blacklisted, so on and so forth. And you know what? A light bulb just went off. Now that I've just framed it in a environment and atmosphere that I can better understand and relate to, meaning the black church, it makes perfect sense to me now what the hell is going on. You're right. If I ain't even finna try to you, Nessa girl. If I was down to the church, especially a church like New Birth, and you know what I'm saying, Buddy was giving me a couple dollars to fool la la or whatever, he was touching on my shoulder, coming on to me, I don't know that I single-handedly would have had the strength, courage, and wisdom, catch India, to stand up in front of the church in front of all these people and say what was going on. Now, quiet as it's kept, but I was a little young girl. I was fast, honey, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, and y'all better not get in the comments and be telling my business, those that know me from Sunday school. But what I'm saying is, with a structure that powerful, it would have been intimidating to have said something then. And now we keep saying, well, all these people coming out saying something now, and I totally get it. They're saying something now because now with all of this, what I was calling bandwagon sexual harassment claims being thrown out, it has created a safe space for people to do so. And you know what? Yeah, you might not be vindicating a current hurt, but bitch, I'm speaking up for the young 20-something-year-old girl from 20 years ago that felt whatever it is she felt because you remember what it felt like at that time. It might not be affecting you now, but bitch, It's the same difference as when, bitch, you used Johnson & Johnson's baby powder 40 years ago and you think it gave you cancer. It's the same thing. Why you filing a class action lawsuit now? You should have filed it then. Nah, bitch. Bitch, I was traumatized then, just like your body was traumatized when you put that powder on. You got cancer now, and I'm still traumatized now. Can't even find no man. Husband can't even touch me on the shoulder good, because every time it happened, I think every time I hear a door close, I think somebody don't put a lock up under the damn thing and lock me in and finna bid me over and give me something I can feel. Or every time a man tell me he gonna pray for me, I get scared and wet at the same time. Yes, honey. But I'm going to tell y'all something on a serious note. And I'm going to let you go. Black folks, and I was with y'all yesterday thinking that we were somewhat exempt from this, and we ain't. Because I'm going to tell you something. It's not a race thing. It's a man thing. And it's an overall women not being valued equally as men. Not just in America, but in most societies. That's the crux of the issue, and it transcends race, color, size, religion, and all of that. It just takes different forms, you know what I'm saying, based on the institutions set aside and created by each respective race. And I'm going to tell you, black folks, if I was y'all, what we should do now is get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. I think they need to have an amnesty day down to the church. And it needs to read, if you know you've been down here touching people's kids and intimidating these women and so on and so forth, we just going to let you step down now without going to jail and without suing the church. But bitch, if you don't, a bitch like me finna come through and fuck up all the church's money. Do Jesus. Nessa girl, I got to get out of here and get to my meeting, honey. I'll call you later. Bad.